Hello and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about the Foodsaver 2900. This particular model has some great features on it that really allow you to control the vacuum sealing process. We'll talk about that more in a second. When you open up the system, you'll notice that there's a storage area here and a green tray, this bright green thing. This is the drip tray. So when you're vacuum sealing something that has some moisture, any moisture that it does pull out as part of the vacuum sealing process will drip right into here. So the first thing you want to do is to take the roll of bags that the product comes with. I happen to have an open roll already, so I'm going to use that one. You'll open it up, put it into the storage area in the back, and then feed the open end of it underneath the cutting bar. Pull this out as long as you wish. I like to pull them out a little bit longer and make it so that you can use it for more than one usage. Basically, once it's used, you wash it up and it's ready to go to be used again. So now that you've got the length of your bag determined, you're going to push down just slightly on the cutting bar, put your thumb on the slicing mechanism, pull it across, and now you've got a cut, unfortunately open on both ends, bag. So, well, with it being open on both ends, it's kind of useless. So the first thing you must do is to take one of those open ends, tuck it into just barely into the green drip tray, close the door, and then take the operating mechanism over here on the right-hand side that goes from open to operate. When it's open, obviously you can open it up and it's not functional at all aside from the opening and closing. Once you turn it to operate, that then really engages. So all the lights turn on up here at the top. You can make your selections, as well as you'll see that you can't open the container any longer. So now that I've done this, the only thing I want to do is make a bag. You've already tucked your open end of the plastic into the drip tray. Click on the seal button. The seal sequence will then run. Really what that is, it's a heating element that then heats up the plastic, and the pressure from the other side creates a seal across the bag. So now that the lights have gone off again, we turn this back to open. We pull out our bag and we have a perfectly sealed end to one of our bags. All right, so now we can take and put anything we wish into our newly created bag. As you can see, the application for this is really kind of limited only to your imagination. As you can see here, they've vacuum sealed some salmon. I happen to be in the process of vacuum sealing some steaks. So I've already seasoned these steaks. I then take, the open end of the bag, tuck it just slightly into the drip tray. That way, if there's any moisture, it'll automatically drip in there. Close the door. Once the door is closed, take this operating lever here and switch it all the way to the operate. And now, once you do that, again, the lights are engaged and you've got some choices here for dry, moist, pulse, or sous vide. In this case, the steak is pretty dry. There's no moisture, such as I didn't put any other marinades or anything in there, so it's not it's not liquid. If I were to put it on dry, it would just suck all the moisture right out of it. Well, we don't want that. So in this case, it happens to be dry. We'll leave it on dry. And then we go over to, you've got a seal button, which creates just a line. If I did that, you'd have lots of air in the bag. If you did vacuum, the first thing it does is suck all of the air out of the package. Once it's done sucking all of the air out of the package, it will then engage the sealing mechanism again. It'll stop sucking. It engages the sealing mechanism, which again just kind of heats up the elements, and then the pressure creates a nice seal on the other end of the bag. Once that's complete, the lights will shut off again. We switch this back to open. and now you've got a nicely sealed bag. These are wonderful for lots of things. Of course, the main thing that we do is we buy bulk meats and package them up and then put them straight in the freezer. That way you can use them at your leisure, and of course the life of them is substantially longer by putting them into the freezer. I like to sous vide a lot of the cuts of meat that I buy. The way of cooking it via sous vide is just fantastic. I'll of course go through that in another video, but the importance here for sous vide is that you have a nice good seal on both ends of this. Otherwise, when you put it in the water bath, which is part of the sous vide process, that will unfortunately ruin the cut of meat that you've got in there, as water of course will seep inside. That's it for today. I have nothing further to talk about. If you guys have any questions, please leave your comments down in the comments section, and I will be sure to engage. Thank you.